Hey guys, it's your girl Carrie. Welcome back to my channel. Velvet nails have been making a really big comeback here this winter, and I just love the look of them. So I decided to put together a tutorial for you guys so that if you wanted to recreate the velvet nail look, you know how to do that. So I have a really pretty blue cat eye here from Daily Charm. I'm going to show you some other similar gel polishes that I picked up from them, and I'll also give you some other options for different cat eyes that you could use to achieve this look, as well as the tools that you're going to need if you want to try it. So if all that sounds like something you're interested in, then stick around. We're getting into it. Alright, so like I said, we'll be making velvet nails today, and basically what they're designed to do is mimic the look of brushed velvet. So I think you'll really be able to see that more once we get into applying the polish, but that's the general idea. So what I have here is this gel cat eye from Daily Charm. It's called Nebelung. I don't know. I think that's a star related name. I don't know, but it's a really pretty blue cat eye gel, and it's really perfect for velvet nails. So I'm going to open this up so you can take a look at it, and you're going to see this pretty pigmented cat eye gel. So some cat eyes are a little bit more thinner than others, or more sheer than others. This one's pretty, you know, it's not super thick, but it's thick. It's on the thicker side and pretty pigmented, and there's quite a bit of metallic in here, which is what we're going to use to actually create the look of the velvet with the magnet. On that note, if you're not familiar with what cat eye gels are, basically they are gel polishes with metallic elements that are suspended in it that you kind of use a magnet to manipulate them to make different designs. So velvet nails is just one of those designs that you can create, but you have other options as well. So obviously if you're going to try anything with a cat eye, in addition to the gel, you're going to need some type of magnet. So I'm just showing you one that I have here. I don't even remember where this came from, maybe Amazon in a set. I actually have one. I can link it for you in my store, my Amazon storefront, but it came with a whole bunch of different magnets. This is just the one that I like to use for velvet nails, but obviously you're going to need some type of magnet, some sort of magnet, preferably something that's a little bit more either circular shaped or rectangular shaped to manipulate those metallic shavings in the polish. This one I have here is one I got from West Coast Gels because I have some of their cat eyes as well. So I'm just showing you that you don't have to use the one that I'm using, just something like this will be a good option for you. So obviously Daily Charm is not the only brand that makes cat eyes. There are quite a bit of brands, both inexpensive and expensive, that have cat eye options. So most of the cat eye options you see you'll be able to use for this look, but not all. I did want to first show you the other colors that I got from Daily Charm though. So I have a total of 4 of their velvet cat eyes. So these are the colors I have here, and I think they are all gorgeous and they all perform so beautifully. So if you're wondering what these colors are from left to right, is the one I'm using today is Nebelung. Nebelung? I don't know. The blue one is that one. And the next to that we have Princess is the pink one. And the next to that is the champagne gold called Precious. And then on the right we have Cheshire, which is kind of that purpley tone one. But you can see I swatched them all in a velvet manner. So if you wanted to try velvet nails and you're interested in one of these other colors instead, then obviously you can choose one of those. I have said it before and I'll say it again. I really wish I didn't like Daily Charms polishes because I feel like they're crazy expensive. But obviously you've seen I have a ton of gels from them, and that's because I love them so much that my wanting to avoid the price point is overridden by the fact that I really have a lot of success with them. My best advice to you is look out for a sale or for coupons. You can usually find them every so often 10, 15, 20% off. And I would just go for the ones you want. I'm hoping like by showing you all these options that you can find out what you're interested in. So you, instead of purchasing 4, maybe you'll just purchase one. But I have to admit, I do love their polishes, and look at how velvety and beautiful these look once they're swatched. So all these are 2 layers. I did not put any other color underneath. Some cat eyes you may need to use a different color underneath or something to kind of boost the opacity. These I was good in 2 coats. They are a tiny bit sheer in certain light, but I'm still really happy with the opacity of these, and I feel like if you just want to do 2 layers of this polish, you can get it to work no problem. I did want to quickly show you here though 2 that I have from West Coast Dips. Now these are, I believe, 90 cat eyes, meaning they color shift. So these might not be the most ideal for velvet nails. You can get the look, but they are going to be a color shifting velvet. So if you're okay with that, then I think these will still work for you. But I just kind of wanted to show you some other options here. And I love that these are HEMA free, because I know some of you guys need HEMA free formulas because you're allergic or you have sensitive skin. So their gel polishes, by the way, are great. And I can link my West Coast Dips gel review for you in the cards if you haven't seen that one. But spoiler, I definitely recommend them if you are looking for good HEMA free gels. So yeah, they have several cat eye options. These are just two of the ones that they have available. But I did want to show you that because these are a little bit different, they are a little bit less pigmented. So I am showing you here the blue one, which I can't remember the name. I'll have it down on the screen there for you. But I wanted to show you, I have two swatches on a clear swatch stick, and on the right, I believe it might just be one. I'm pretty sure it was just one on the black swatch stick. And so you can kind of see there that for certain cat eyes, you might be better off layering a black gel polish or even a black dip underneath to kind of give it a bit of opacity, and that'll just make it pop. And that way you don't have to build up like 3 or 4 layers to get the full opacity. So if you want to try the velvet nail look, but your gel is not pigmented enough, I would suggest giving that a shot. Now you can't see it very well in the video lighting, but this one actually shifts from blue to purple. It's really pretty, but I'm just saying if you want like a classic velvet look, that may not be the color shifting that you're going for. Maybe you don't want that color shift. But again, I was just trying to show you some other options that are available to you. But really, any brand of cat eye, most of them will work. I would typically avoid the ones that have additional glitter or shimmer in it, just because it'll be distracting if you're trying to just get a true velvet look. But I mean, if you want a color shifting velvet, I'm not going to judge you. I don't remember the name of this one either. I'll have it for you on the screen. But again, I don't know how well you'll be able to see the color shift, but it shifts from pink to green. And once again, you can see on the left, that's pretty sheer. So if you want more opacity, I layered this on a black swatch stick, and you can see how much more that velvety color shift pops on the black. So just keep that in mind. If you're not sure if you're going to need that layer of black underneath, I would say just test it on a swatch stick first. It doesn't waste very much product, and that way you don't waste your time and have to take your mani off and do it all again because you didn't get the look you were going for. So these are just two of the ones that I have. Like I said, they have some other color options available, but if you don't mind a color shift, I would definitely give these a try if you want a humor-free option. All right, so I'm not going to get too far into this, but I did just want to give you a little bit of an overview on cat eyes because I want you to know if you haven't seen them before or you haven't ever tried them, they're actually pretty easy to work with, and there are a lot of options that you can do as far as designs go. So I'm just showing you this black on this black swatch stick, but this is the color that I'm using, and I'm just using that color, not on black. Am I making sense? Anyway, I'm painting a little bit of this Daily Charm one here on this stick so that you can kind of see how you can manipulate cat eyes if you've never played with them before. So the classic look is to kind of go that diagonal, just hold it over the top, and it just makes that really cool like diagonal color shifting line there down the middle, which is reminiscent of either a cat's eyes or the cat eye gemstone. So that's really what they're named after. If you want to try something different, you don't like that look, you can just smooth it back over again by running your polish brush back over it, and that'll just kind of reset everything. And you could try something else. So maybe you want to try the little circle side and try doing some indentations on either side. I mean, really, your imagination is your only limit, because if you can think of it, you can try it and it'll probably look pretty cool. The velvet nails are really just one manipulation of the magnetic shavings, but I've seen some really amazing designs. I haven't tried them out yet, but there's some magnets in my Amazon set that I got that has like some little flower looking magnets, and you know, some different shapes and sizes that you can create magnetic looks with. So they're really fun, and I really feel like if you want something kind of leveled up and like super snazzy looking, but you're not really good at nail art, you might really get along with cat eyes, because I feel like it's one of those that doesn't take too much skill other than applying the polish. And then really you can just try so many cool things. And like I said, these are more just single, just regular plain cat eye, but there's also holographic cat eye, there's color shifting cat eye, there's topper cat eyes. There's so many cool different options that are available. So really it's just a great way to try a little bit of something fun on your nails without too much work. So I know that's not a whole lot of information. We could be here all day kind of really talking through all the options, but I just want to kind of give you an overview. If you've never really played with cat eyes, you've never tried them, you've never heard of them, what you're kind of in for. So again, this is more the classic look with the stripe down the middle, but really you can do whatever you like. All right, but we're here to do velvet nails, so that's what we're going to do. So what I have on my hands here are my Vivid Glamco medium jelly tips, which I will have these linked for you down in the description box if you like the look of these. I really love the taper on these. I think they're so beautiful, and definitely one of my go-to coffin tips. So I'm going to walk you through how to do the velvet nails. So you can see I already have my thumb done there just to save a little bit of time, but I'm going to do the 4 main fingers, and I'll kind of show you and explain it to you at the same time, but it's actually pretty simple. So I didn't do this on camera, but with any gel polish, of course, you're going to want to do a layer of gel base and cure it. So these nails already have a layer of gel base and they've already been cured. So I'm going in here with my first layer of this blue cat eye. Don't make me say the name again. Don't make me do it. But again, you can see it's not perfectly opaque. You're not going to get there in one layer. It's definitely going to take you two. And even after two layers in some lighting, it's not perfectly opaque. I don't mind that. If you do, then you could obviously go in with a third layer, or like I said, you could layer a black underneath if you really want to. But you're just going to apply this any way you would any other normal gel polish. You just don't want your layers too thin. Now, I know I normally say thin, 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 and that is normally your kind of go-to when it comes to gel polishes. But with this one, you don't really want it thick, but you don't want it too thin either, because you want to have a bit of product on there for you to be able to move those shavings around. If it's too thin, it's not going to respond to the magnet very well. So once you're happy with the way that looks, you're just going to take your magnet, and I find it best to do it this way. There's more than one way to do this, but I find it best to hold it face down and then just go from top to bottom and then side to side. And you're just going to kind of slowly push it inward while you watch the metallic shavings go. And then once you're happy with them, you just take the magnet away. And that's really all there is to it. And again, if you're not happy with the way it looks, you can just stop and brush back over it, and that'll kind of reset the metallic shavings, and then you can just keep doing that until you're happy with it. But pretty simple, right? You're just going to go top to bottom, side to side until you're happy with the way that looks and you feel it looks velvety. And then I like to go ahead and flash cure it. You definitely don't want to risk messing up your other nails while you're working on the next one. So by flash cure, I mean I'm just going to pop this in the lamp for like 10 seconds, and that will be enough. I can move on to the next nail and then just fully cure once I've done all 4 fingers. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty simple, right? And just to be clear, I know it's kind of hard to see because you're looking from top down. I'm not really holding the magnet above the nail as I am more towards the side of it. So I'm kind of using that what's the word I'm looking for? Magnetic reaction. Good gosh, words. I'm kind of using that magnetic reaction from the side as opposed to the top, because the top is going to drive it more, you know, at an angle or to make lines. I don't want to make lines. I just want to kind of push those shavings to make it look more velvety. All right, so once again, we're going to do the same thing. We'll start from the top and push it downwards, and then the bottom, push it downwards, and then one side, push it to the side, and then the other side, and that is it. Now, you're really not going to have every nail look exactly the same, and that makes sense because really you want that brushed velvet look, so they're not always going to look identical, but they're all going to have that velvety appearance. And I've seen some really cool designs as well where people have like pushed like the brushed velvet just to one side of the nail and not had it all across the nail. Me personally, I like the way it looks across the whole nail, but you can try different things, experiment with it. And the beautiful thing is nothing's going to stay in place until you cure it. So if you do the design, you don't like it, just brush over it with the brush again. It'll reset it and try again.
I got blood on my hands right now, and I'm stumbling through the dark in the dawn. I have found new ways, but no, I can't be the one that you need. Then I changed my mind. Maybe we got time to make this right. Can I be the one that you need? Maybe if I change the way I love it, maybe if I try to fix this start, then I could have stayed there.
All right, first layer is done. So I'm going to go in now with the second layer. I'm going to do the exact same thing. So depending on whether you're using a color underneath and you only need one layer of cat eye, or maybe you need, 2 or 3 layers of cat eye, I would just go ahead and do it on each layer, because that way you'll make more of that consistent velvety look. But yeah, you're just going to apply that over the top, and you can see by looking at it, I'm not making my layers super thick, but I'm not making them super thin either. By having that more medium thickness layer, I'm able to get the metallic shavings to move around a little bit more easily. So I think you kind of get the idea here. So I'm going to go ahead and speed through the second coat, and we'll get to the finishing steps. All right, so 2 layers and the mani is done. So yes, this mani came together in a flash. It was super easy and quick to do. So I'm just finishing up now with the Diamond Shine top coat from Daily Charm. I do love this one, guys, but again, if I feel like you can skip on something that's pricey from their website, I would say you could skip on this one. I love it. It's a great top coat, but I think you can find just as good for a little bit less money. But I would save your money more for the cat eyes because I think the cat eyes are fantastic. Some of the best I've ever worked with. So once again, I told you guys I do love me some snowflakes, especially in the winter, especially Christmas. So I couldn't resist. I went ahead and added one of these snowflake charms that I got in my Daily Charm bi-monthly. I think initially I thought it was quarterly, but I think it's every 2 months you get one of these boxes. And it's 49 bucks and you get so many great things in there. Well, I've only had one box, but I'm just saying I was super impressed with my first box. I should be getting my Valentine's theme box soon. So let me know if you guys want to see an unboxing on here. I did it on Instagram Live. No, I did it on Instagram Stories. An unboxing of the last box I got. So let me know if you guys want to actually see a video on that. But let's just say for 49 bucks, I thought it was a really good deal for all you got in that sub bag. And this snowflake was just one of the charms that I got in there along with a bunch of other really cool goodies. All right, so here are our velvet nails all done. Easy peasy, right? And I feel like you can see it pretty well in the video, but I can tell you in person, it's even more impressive looking. Even my husband was kind of mesmerized by him. And normally he's just kind of like cool, like when it comes to my nails, he's not like super stoked about them, but these he was really excited about it. He wanted me to use this as my Christmas mani, but I went for my green and gold one instead. All I'm saying is it means something when your husband notices, right? All right, guys, so I'm going to go ahead and finish up here with some cuticle oil. So I'm using Scales of a Mermaid and Unwrap Me. This was their limited edition for this last release, and it is sold out. I don't know if she'll be able to restock it once. Sometimes she can. I don't know. But I did tell you guys it was going to be one of the first ones to go, didn't I? And I was right. So it's really great. It's a lovely butter rum scent. Definitely recommend this one. If she does restock it, I would try to get your hands on it. All right, guys, so let me know what you think about this look. Is this something that you would try or you have tried? Do you love this kind of velvet, brushed velvet look? Because I really think it is super pretty. And it's one of those manis that you kind of just keep staring at because as the light changes and the shadows change, so does the look of the mani, and it just looks super cool. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video and found it helpful. If you did, it would help me out so much if you would give me a thumbs up down below. And while you're there, if you've not subscribed already, I hope you'll consider subscribing before you go. And don't forget that notification bell. We get new content coming every Tuesday and Friday at 2 p.m. Central. So as always, guys, I thank you so much for taking time out of your day to spend it with me. You know I appreciate it so much, and I love you to pieces. I hope you guys have a fantastic New Year's weekend. I will see you guys in the new year. I hope you have a fantastic one. Bye.
Maybe if I change the way I love it, maybe if I try to fix this start, then I could have stayed.
Nap time for my boys. JC's ready for a nap. You ready, Charlie? Mama, I'm not tired yet. Little brother's ready though. You taking a nap with Daddy, Chasey? Oh, that's so cute. And Charlie down here at Daddy's hip. Both my handsome boys.